we are going to discuss events in Visual Basic Programming, and this is our lesson number 8. First, let's see what are events. Events are user actions like key press, click, mouse movement, etc. And also Visual Basic is an event driven programming language. There are basically two types of events: mouse events and keyboard events. Let's try to understand mouse events using an example. The left mouse button is pressed when the mouse pointer is on the text box with name textbox1. Then the text hello should be displayed in a message box. Okay, so let's see this using a practical example. Okay, so first you have to start a project. Then here you have to select Visual Basic. Here we select a Windows Forms application, and let's give the name project 1, and here you have to go to the desktop and select a folder. Okay, anywhere you can save. Okay, and then once you have pressed the OK button, then your project is being created. It takes some time, and here you can see the toolbox. So we need a text box, so we double click on this text box, and then you have one, and then if you go to the properties window, there the name property is textbox1. The left mouse button is pressed when the mouse pointer is on the text box with name textbox1. Okay, that means once you have selected the text box, you have to go to the properties window, and if you click this one, now you see the properties related to the text box. If you click this one, you see the events related to the text box. Okay, and now what you should do is left mouse button is pressed. That means here from events you have to select mouse down. And cursor is blinking here. Now whatever the code you write in between these two lines, this one and this one, will be executed when we have the mouse pointer on the text box and we press the left mouse button. Okay, in that situation whatever you write here will be executed. Message box dot show hello, and we can save the project. Then you have to go to debug and click start debugging. Now if you move your mouse pointer onto the text box and press the left mouse button, you can see a message box with text hello. Okay, in that way, when we perform that mouse press, okay, left button of the mouse we press, then the code relevant to that event will be executed. Okay, now again let's see an example for keyboard events. Any key is pressed when the cursor is inside the text box with name textbox1, then the text hello should be displayed in a message box. Now what you should do is, so let's close this solution and start a new project. Here we select Visual Basic, Forms Application, Project 2. In the same folder we are going to save. We add the text box and now we go to its events. Let's look for the key down event. Here you have to include this one. Now let's see. And if you click once the cursor is blinking in your text box, then you press any key. Then the text hello will be displayed in a message box. Okay, in that way, this is an example for keyboard events. Okay, now I hope you have a rough understanding about events, and that is all about this lesson, and thank you for listening.